welcome back. And we're Anthony Knockreiner alongside Orville Susong, Steve Wilson, giving you their top 5 teams in Brevard County. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. Orville, who's your top 5?
Well, the 1, 2, and 3 in the county is pretty easy to do. Steve can even do that without much of a problem. But when you get down to 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and sometimes in Steve's case 8, and 9, and 10, the problems occur because a lot of teams are playing out of county teams, playing teams out of their districts, out of their classifications, just to be able to play ball games, trying to play bigger and better. They're playing to get stronger and get more mature as a team, rather than, of course, they want to win, but they're looking at what accomplishments they can get done by playing a better team. So, you have a problem there, really zeroing in on it. But my top 5, I'll give them to you. Merritt Island, I took them out of the top 5 last week. I'm going to move them back to the top 5. The reason for that is I took MCC out. They were not my number 5 team. I took them out, and now Merritt Island back in the number 5 spot. Viera, I have at number 4. I have Palm Bay moves up to number 3 with a big win over Rockledge last week. Heritage Panthers, 56 points. They hung on O'Galley. They were my number 2 team all year long. They're still there. And of course, Cocoa with a big win last week, 48-6. They'll get another win this week. They'll stay at my top number 1 in my top 5.
Steve, your top 5.
What did he say?
A lot of things.
A lot of things, and I don't know what he said. He actually wasn't bad. He got the top 5 right, not necessarily in the right order, but he did okay. And I do have a top 5. I don't have a top 6, 7, 8, 9, as you alluded to.
You must have ran out of time this week to practice.
Coming in at number 5, I'm going to follow you with the Merritt Island Mustangs. Impressive win over Space Coast this past week. They run the ball, they throw the ball, they play defense. I like the Mustangs checking in at number 5. I have Palm Bay at number 4. The Pirates coming off of a big win against Rockledge, and I know Viera lost last week, but they lost to a much better team in Kathleen. Kathleen is at this point in time is a lot stronger than Rockledge, so I'm not going to look at the loss and drop them. I have Palm Bay at number 3. Number 4, the Viera Hawks. I think they have one of the best quarterbacks in the county. Judson's right there. There's 3 or 4 outstanding quarterbacks in Brevard County. Hayden Kingston's going to probably put up more numbers than anybody because that's what the Hawks do. They throw the football, and they play solid defense. And the running game's not quite where they would like it to be, but it's getting there. But I like the Viera Hawks at number 3. The Panthers, Heritage High School, they're the second best team in the county. They have been from the start. We only talk about all the time. We wish number 1 and 2 would play each other. The Cocoa Tigers sitting up top is they're going to until somebody locally beats them. But those are the top 5: Mustangs, Pirates, Hawks, Panthers, and the Tigers. So Orville got the right teams, just not necessarily the right order.
And Steve, we want to do one more thing before we close down the show is the Friday night locker room game of the week. We talked about the Cocoa Tigers and the Viera Hawks can be heard on 89.3 FM in Titusville, North Brevard, 90.3 FM in South Brevard, and also streaming with Tom Palermo at Sports Center on Merritt Island, at spacecoastdaily.com, and also FNLR.net. And Anthony, your game?
Our game of the week this week is going to be Titusville at Astronaut. We got confirmation, really excited to go out to Astronaut this week, go out to J. Donnelly Field and see the rivalry game, one of the best rivalry games in Brevard County historically, between Titusville and Astronaut. So really excited about that. We're going to be on WMEL 1060 AM and streaming on spacecoastdaily.com.